Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Congratulations, Coach. What we'll do is we'll let you go with an opening statement, and then we'll go to questions after that, okay?
Well, we certainly made it a little interesting there in the second half, and I was worried about that at halftime. But just I don't want anything. A couple of mistakes there by some guys that let them, almost get back in the ball game. I certainly don't want to take that from what is just an incredibly impressive performance by our players. I've been waiting on this game. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I thought it was happening at Tulsa. You almost maybe had it against Navy, but you've been waiting on that game where you finally it felt like everything just flipped. And it's the daily commitment that our players have to doing all the things that they do, and it's their attitude, their work ethic, the kind of teammates they are. It's just they're doing things right consistently. Within the program and outside of the program. And, you're starting to see those tangible results on the field, and just excited for them. That's a good football team we played. They're going to go to a bowl game. They've got, a ton, good resume this year, quality wins. But certainly, today was a great day to be a Pirate.
Okay, we'll open up for questions.
Coach, we talked kind of all week about going out with a bang and going out with some real momentum. Just how important do you think that'll be going through the offseason?
It's huge. I mean, a 2-game winning streak and a signature win, against a quality opponent going into the offseason. I mean, there's going to be momentum with recruiting. There's obviously going to be momentum with, the players. And, it's important right now because we have a little break right here where they're going to be away from us for a little while. And, we've got a plan laid out for it. But, certainly having, that positive momentum going into this break is important because, when they come back in mid-January, we got to hit the ground running. We lost the last off season and it hurt us. We've got a roster that is, virtually everything is returning for multiple years. We have a chance right now to change the program permanently, and we've got to use that momentum. And that locker room was awesome downstairs. That sideline was awesome. It's just it's everything that it's everything we want. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Coach, you pick up a big victory today. It does a lot for your program as you move forward here. You're talking about momentum as well. Talk about the lesson this team picks up from the way momentum shifted from the first half to the second half there a little bit.
Well, certainly, I've been in that situation before, and I try to caution them at halftime, but it's a learning deal. Learning how to win, learning how to, manage a big lead at the half. And, it's something that you're going to be able to use as a teachable moment because, you did get the win. Certainly, a couple of those mistakes right there, it'll be great for the kids next time they're in that situation. And they're going to be in that situation again. So, I've been there. I've been there, and it got a lot closer than it did right there. In the end, it's usually those kind of wins, they really pay off down the stretch.
Coach, you're 2 years in. What are the top 2 needs in your program at this point, and also what are the top 2 assets that you have?
And I think by far the biggest need is to get older. That's it. We just got to let our kids grow up. I don't know what the numbers are, but if we're not the youngest team in FBS football, we're right there with it. And so I think just a year of development. Like I said, C.J. Johnson, who you kind of think of as almost an older player, has never had a spring practice with us. He's never had an off season with us. So that's the biggest thing, is just having a year of development. That's the biggest thing that we need. Certainly we have some needs in recruiting, which, are fairly obvious and well known. And, certainly I think this is going to help that too. Just everybody seeing the style of play. I mean, I got multiple messages from some of our guys, that watched the game today. So, I look forward to, solidifying that recruiting class and then, getting into the off season. As far as the biggest asset we have are those kids in that locker room, much of the same thing. Last year was really, really hard here. I mean, it was really hard. It was a hard spring. When I first got here, it was a difficult summer and fall, and just some of the things you had to manage you shouldn't have to manage. And this group has not been like that. And we've had our adversity this year. You know, that whole deal where you lose the close game to Navy, you know, the ending at Tulsa, and then you followed up with the losses to Tulane and Cincinnati. You know, it was a struggling time, but the kids always kept a positive attitude. They showed up the next week and they worked, and we worked through, you know, the things we had to work through. And I'm just so excited because today you saw what we've been trying to bring to game day, that energy, that intensity, you know, the way that defense was running and hitting, you know, the way, you know, our quarterback and receivers were playing. It's just that's big going into the off season. So those kids are the biggest asset we have.
Coach, was the fake punt kind of going on that? Was that a little bit of a statement of, hey, we want to be here and we want to win this thing today? I mean, was there some intent on that fake punt?
It's something we've been working on with Luke. It's something we're going to continue to develop. But you know, he does a great job with film study. We knew we were going to have a soft edge. I didn't think it would be that soft, but boy, it was. I mean, the edge completely disappeared. So it's obviously a big momentum big momentum change in the ball game. You know, we got a shot in the arm for our offense, and just, you know, excited for him. You know, I had him sing the fight song out there on the field, and he doesn't really know it very well yet. So we got to work on that a little bit. So.
Coach, you had talked some weeks ago about a signature win, and I know it was a struggle to get to the finish line today, but how does the outcome stack up, you know, in that regard, do you think?
I couldn't hear the end of your question. I heard the first half.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, somebody's talking in the background.
You talked several weeks ago about getting a signature win and building toward that. And I know it was a little bit of a struggle in the second half today, but how does the outcome stack up in that regard, beating a quality opponent like you did today?
I mean, I think that's it. I mean, it's you beat a team that's going to go play in a bowl game. It's a 7-win football team that you knocked off at home. And I don't know when the last time you had an ECU team finish a season like that, or, you know, win a game at home like that. And, you know, I know nobody wants to play coulda, shoulda, woulda, but the Tulsa game's a win. And you look up and you got 4 conference wins. You know, you guys all know what I walked into here. You know what these kids walked into. You know, this team is improving. You know, the biggest thing I need everybody to do is leave us the hell alone for a couple of years, because this team is going to be something else. And, you know, we just gotta capitalize on the opportunity right now. But you know, it's a signature win, and those kids have worked and they deserve it. They've earned it.
Coach, what's this do for your belief system for your ball club? They've got to have a whole different attitude coming into this thing next year, knowing that they can win if they play like they're capable of doing.
I'll be honest with you. The belief system has not been the issue this year. It's just learning to win those games. And that's the reason why I said they held tough through that rough stretch there at the middle of the season when you're trying to get over the hump. You know, it's just you can't show up and do the things that they do on a daily basis and not have something, you know, strong character-wise inside of you. It's just, you know, just that's the whole thing we talk about, a process. It's the daily demands that it takes to be a member of this program. It's being on time, it's doing right, it's working hard, it's competing, it's, you know, being a good teammate, it's being a good student, it's, you know, representing the program and the institution, you know, in a first-class manner. And it's every single day. You can't take a day off. You can't. It weeds you out, because it just, that consistency day in and day out, that's why you're going to see them continue to improve, because the expectations are not going to change. You're going to get here January 14th, the expectations are going to be the same, and those kids have embraced that. And the fact that they've embraced that shows you what they believe in, and they see themselves improve. And as long as they see they see tangible positive evidence coming out of the process, then, you know, it's going to continue.
Coach, can you just talk about the first half and playing complementary football in all phases and really playing at an elite level?
It's probably about as good as you can play. And I said earlier in the week, we would have to play our best game of the year to win this game. And, you know, no doubt we did. And, you know, I liked the way we grabbed the momentum. And, you were getting stops defensively. You were just really playing well on special teams, and you're finally hitting on so many positive cylinders offensively. I thought Holton was really locked in and really, dialed in the first half as far as there was connection with the receivers. I thought our offensive line did a great job. It very much was exactly. It was a great complimentary half, and I really felt like I don't know what the play's going to look like on film, but the fumble, incomplete pass, whatever it was down in the end zone, you feel like you probably should have had 7 more. But it's probably as good as you can play a half of football right there.
With Rajay, I know he was on the sideline, it looked like. Was that injury related? I know he's been battling some stuff. And then Keaton Mitchell, steps up for you again. Just his end of the season was pretty special.
Right. Yeah. Rajay, he's been battling some stuff, and had an injury at Temple last week. It's nothing that's going to be serious. No surgery, anything needed. He just was not able to go today, and he tried all week. And he's a warrior. I mean, he was going to go if he could, and it just wasn't in the cards. But really pleased with Keaton, and I'll tell you, Darius Penix gave us a great boost today. Some of the conversions he gave us on third down were really, really critical, and so those two guys did a great job today.
Okay, we got time for one more question for Coach Houston.
Yeah, what was the explanation on that play in the end zone? I mean, it seemed like at worst it should have been intentional grounding.
He said it was he passed it before his knee went down. It hit one of our linemen. They couldn't tell if it was across the line of scrimmage or not. Ruled it an incomplete pass. So, we'll send it in and let them look at it. I want to look at it on film.
Okay, Coach Houston, thank you very much.
All right, guys. I really appreciate all of you. We'll have a postseason kind of wrap up on Tuesday. I think we're going to try to do it here on campus. COVID protocol, in person kind of deal. Tom and Ryan and then we'll get some information out to you about it. But I just thought it'd be better for us to do that as in person as we can right now. But really appreciate you guys and all the work that you guys do to support our program. Thanks a lot. Go Pirates.
Thanks, Coach.
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What we're going to do is we're going to have people go right into asking you questions, okay?
Okay.
Jyrah, let's talk about your big strip and return. Just what did you see on that play? I know you've kind of made an art of stripping the ball this year. Walk us through that play.
I know I set the edge and then have my teammates rally to the ball, and they had them held up. So every time they have them held up, I try to go for the ball, and it came out that time.
With that play, Jyrah, and then there was a 4th down stop, and the first, second quarter, it seems like the sideline and the energy was just unlike it's ever been all season. I mean, what was that like, y'all just building on plays emotionally and kind of the energy y'all played with today? How fun was it to be in that?
It felt good to be on that end for once. We worked too hard. We worked too hard week in and week out to keep losing games like we do, and we just wanted to at least get one of these wins to show that we belong in this conference. And that was all week. We were just saying we wanted to end the season on top, go in the offseason with some confidence, and that's what we did today.
Jyrah, did you catch any flack from your teammates after getting tackled by the quarterback?
Any what?
Any flack? Anybody give you a hard time for?
Nah. I knew. I look up the whole team running on me. This is celebration. This is just what we pride ourselves on, having juice, having energy for someone when they make a play. It's just what we do here.
Jyrah, talk about go ahead.
Oh, it's going in and out. I can't hear.
Malcolm, you there?
Yes. Okay.
You say he's having a hard time hearing. It's going in and out.
Go ahead.
Okay, Jyrah, can you talk about the way Coach says that there's a demand for the team day in, day out, on the field, off the field? Can you just describe what that's like?
He just wants us to carry ourselves the way we're supposed to on the field. Don't leave anything on the field. Work hard every day. Got to come to work every day. And then off the field, he just wants us to live right even when we're away from the facility, just doing everything we're supposed to do. It's just the little things that helped build our culture since Coach Houston has been here.
So what's the biggest thing you kind of learned as a defense today from the first half to the second half?
The first half, we felt like we could play like that all year. It's just, I don't know, today just everything was clicking. It felt good. And then into the second half, we just got to keep going. We got to keep our foot on the gas and can't let up and let them score as many points as they did in the second half. But I'm just glad that at the end, when we need to get stops, we got the 2 stops that we needed. So that's all that matters to me.
Jyrah, when this is your 3rd year in the program, when you compare how it was when you first got here to now, how different is it?
It's a lot different. I feel like now we're more of a brotherhood now than what we were before. It seems like everybody's a lot closer, and we just play for each other now. It's just everybody. We're all one unit now. I'd say that's the biggest thing that's changed.
Watching Luke have that punt return, how much momentum do you feel like that gave the team on the sidelines?
That gave us everything because we didn't even know he was doing that. I'm on the punt team, and it shocked me when I saw him running. It just gave. I think that was a big momentum swing right there. Coach always tells special teams to change the game, and I think it did today.
Do you think that play was do you think, Jyrah, that play was a statement by y'all, especially the first drive that you wanted to win this game, and that was kind of an emotional statement for y'all, you think, as a team?
I actually think it was, because that's the first time. That's the first time we ran a fake all year. So it's the last game. We came in the mindset we have nothing to lose, so coach started dialing things up that he normally doesn't do, and it worked out. It's like a hit or miss play. It's either gonna hurt us or it's a big momentum swing, and it was a big momentum swing.
Okay, Jyrah, thank you for your time today.
Hey, thank you.
Is Blake still doing radio? Is Blake still doing radio? Yeah, oh, okay. Malcolm Holmes up next.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Holton, congratulations.
Thank you. That was a good one.
Yeah, we're going to go right into questions for Holton.
Holton, it seems like you guys have been kind of searching for this win all year and really kind of deserved it. How much does this win mean for the locker room?
Yeah, it means a lot. All year that's kind of what we expect our offense to be. Obviously, we had a couple letdowns in the season. It was good to end it right, to end it the way that we expected to play all year.
Can you talk about the momentum that you guys had in the first half and what that felt like and what it did for you guys?
It felt, like you said, it was huge momentum. Shout out to the defense and the O-line, man, but the defense, to stop that offense, I think it was 7 points in the first half, 15 maybe, I'm not even sure, but to stop them to that with that quarterback and that offense, man, is huge. In the offense, those guys blocked up front, and we just made plays with the receivers.
Holton, can you assess your program and tell us what the biggest assets that you have are right now?
Yeah, we got a lot of heart. I think we're finally all coming together. We've been looking for this big win. We thought it was there last year. We thought it was a Cincinnati game last year, but we finally got it. This is the win we've been looking for, and we're just excited. I think we're young. We got to grow up a little bit, but overall, I think we're heading in the right direction. I think the darker days of ECU football are definitely behind us, and we're starting to climb that mountain that we've tried to been for a while now.
Holton, there were some pretty tense moments in the second half, and you were able to hit Blake on some big plays. Kind of talk about your trust in him in those one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, Blake's a baller, man. I've said it since the day I got here, since the day I've started, man. He's just as good as anyone in the country. I've told him that. I've told y'all that. I believe that. And I told him early on one time it was a one-on-one, and he got an inside release on a fade ball because they were really outside leverage. And I told them, I came to the sideline and just said, man, just get outside release, and I'm going to you on one-on-one. Anytime they give you one-on-one, I'm going to it. And, I mean, next couple times they did that, and I went to him, and he's continued to make plays throughout the season.
Hey, Holton, Coach Houston said the first half as a team was about as perfect as y'all could play. I mean, did you feel that? And I don't know, has it been since your Conley days when things have gone that well? I mean, have you experienced that at ECU yet, or no?
Yeah, I mean, it went pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked much. I don't know. I know the first series, I guess, but then Luke took off running and got us the first down. So after that, we kind of just took off running. So, I mean, I thought that was a big momentum changer in the game was us getting that fake punt there. And then just everything kind of flipped. But kind of like you said, it does remind me of the Conley days a little bit, just putting up a bunch of points and putting pressure on the opposing defenses.
Did it kind of feel like, too, as the last game of the season, you almost played with nothing to lose and kind of threw everything out there?
Yeah, honestly, we have a lot more trick plays than that. But, I mean, the ones that we used worked. I was talking to Snead and Blake before the game, kind of this week, really. We're like, man, it's the last one of the year. We can't go into the offseason without a good dub, without, putting up some points and kind of what we've been looking for all year, like I said. I mean, we expected our offense to play like that all year, and we're kind of disappointed that we didn't, but we're glad we got to finish it off right.
Are there any other questions for Holton?
I got a question. Holton, can you kind of do a little self-evaluation about where you are in terms of your performance? Today certainly seemed like you were on top of your game. You had some real nice passes, particularly down the sideline to Blake on some possession downs, and just share some thoughts there if you would.
Yeah, it is. I'll be the first to say, I expected to have a better year than I did. I'm glad I played the way I did today, because that's kind of what I expect from myself. But and really this offense, kind of like I said. But I'm just going to keep working. Trust. That's how I've gotten here. Is just keep working. Believing in myself, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. I think that's what makes Pirates great. Is you always bet on yourself, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
Okay, anything further for Holton? Okay, Holton, thank you for your time. Congratulations again.
Thanks, guys. See y'all.
Yeah. Hey, Malcolm, it's going to be a couple minutes for Blake. He did the radio show and went back downstairs, so we're waiting for him to come back.